Let's get a move on then. And GRSE or Garden Reach Shipbuilders came out with a steady set of numbers. We are now joined by Commodore PR Hari, who is now joining in on the show. He's the CMD, a retired CMD at GRSE. Thank you so much for taking time out. It has certainly been a steady performance in Q2. Take us through what some of the key drivers have been for you, and will you reach your peak revenue within FY24-25?
Morning, Aisha. For 4 quarters on the trot, our financial performance has been on an upward trend, and the Q2 results have been very encouraging, as you mentioned. We have clocked revenue from operations, it's 97 crores, year-on-year growth 32, and has seen profit after tax 80.74 crores, 37% increase. Now, both the revenue from operations and the PAT have been the highest ever in the history of the company. See, the key drivers have been the project maturity levels. We currently are executing 4 projects for the Indian Navy, comprising of 19 ships, and these projects are at a level where maximum revenue recognition is happening. Our current order book is around 23,709 crores, and these comprise, as I mentioned, 19 ships from the Navy, and these include 3 ships of the P17 Alpha project, which are at a level where there is a production level where maximum revenue recognition takes place. To your question as to whether we'll be hitting the peak during this financial year, that is 23-24 or 24-25, yes, as I mentioned, we are on an upward trend. And the next year, this year, there is FY24, FY26, 25, and 26. We'll be hitting very high revenues, unprecedented revenues.
Given that we have an election cycle, and a lot of decision making typically gets delayed 3 months ahead of the election, maybe a couple of months after the election, what would be the impact on your business and the future order book?
As for the current business, unlikely to have any impact at all because the project's contracts already been signed. We recently won a contract for 840 crores from the Ministry of Earth Sciences for an ocean-going research vessel. The orders are coming in. As far as the future orders, now the major orders that are likely to come out, there is RFPs that are likely to come out, is for the next generation survey vessels, 5 ships from the Indian Navy. The cost is likely to be around 3,000 crores. The order for the RFP for the next generation corvettes, 8 ships, for which the A1 was accorded by the DAC sometime around last year. Here we expect the RFP to come out during the latter half of 24. So the election impact is unlikely to be there in neither the projects that are under execution nor the orders that are likely to come. And in addition, Navy is also likely to come out with RFPs for 21 waterjet FACs, and also followed by the P17 Bravo, the next generation destroyers, the mine countermeasure vessels. So these are all rolling projects where either AON has been accorded or the AON is being accorded. So the elections per se should not have any impact on the, let us say, the RFP coming out or the contract conclusion subsequently.
Are there any large deliveries which are there in next 2 quarters? Because if there are, that will definitely lead to a revenue uptick and definitely lead to a sizable income uptick.
Yes, we are currently executing a project of 4 survey vessels large for the Indian Navy. The first of the ships has already completed her trials, and the ship is expected to be delivered in the coming month, followed by the first of the anti-submarine shallow water class. Here we are executing an 8-ship project for the Indian Navy again, and the first of the ship is likely to be delivered during the last quarter of the current financial year. In addition, while of course these 2 projects will fetch us the respective revenue from both these ships, but what I am expecting more is from the P17 Alpha project. See, the P17 Alpha project currently is at a phase where the equipment are going in and the outfitting has started. That is the point where we expect maximum revenue. So as I mentioned earlier, this year the revenue will definitely hit a new peak, followed by the next year and the next year.
Thank you for taking time out and joining in and giving us a perspective on the numbers. And you seem very confident going down the line as well that we will see your revenues over FY24 to 26 only growing from the current levels.